was part of our strategic plan, was to invest in our groundwork and what we were doing with that. So we always had a groundwork program, but not to the extent where we decided to invest in the footing and really make it a permanent structure. So that's worked out great.
Yeah, I'm wondering, as veteran programs start to grow, if tactless training could be a part of that, because you're not, so many. I mean, one, they are typically big, strong individuals, and you run out of big horses.
Right.
And but the other is that emotional connection, and if they come in with very little animal knowledge, it's something that they're doing, influencing the horse without touching the horse really.
Right.
So.
No, I am very, because I don't have the background. I mean, I've been learning from Rachel and from Julia, but I didn't get the kind of training they got. But I truly think it's a valuable part of a program and becoming more valuable here. Definitely. And we do work with some veterans that are working on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
So that's and then you'll see this is something new, which right now our well is low. That's something else you should be prepared for. And I had said to our farm manager, we need a waterfall. It's hot in the summer. We need to, be able to ride through a waterfall. So he devised this, and it's pretty cool. It's the water all comes down, like a waterfall. And so we either ride through it or lead horses through it that aren't, and work on desensitizing that. And of course the campers love it, because they cool off
bet, sure. Yeah.
And so it's been fun.
Yeah, it's like having a sprinkler on steroids.
Exactly. It started out they were shooting on the side. The horses were like, I was like, no, waterfall goes this way. Not. We're thinking car wash.
Right.
We're not doing car wash, so that is been fun. So you're constantly trying to invent something else, and fortunately our farm manager is very creative, loves to use whatever we have around to create new obstacles and challenges for our participants and horses.
You're very lucky. I know I met him. He's like a jack of all trades in a way. Very almost New England ingenuity.
That's right.
And you need someone like that.
You do. You definitely do. I mean, because when you have a farm business, I mean, you need someone who can work on equipment, who can fix fences, and in our case, who can even jump into program, who is always pleasant to our families and our participants, and really embraces the core values here. And he's very, very key to our program. So back here we have our sensory trail, and again we haven't been doing as much with it as we would because it would require sterilizing everything you touch.
Right. Yeah.
So, but what we have done is doing things like picking up things from nature that you can just toss back into the woods. Yeah. So a lot of pine cones, a lot of little stones, a lot of acorns, a lot of, leaves. And so that you're still getting the sensory input, but you can give it back right away.
Yeah.
So, but you'll see we have.
Well, the horses must love taking a walk out here.
Yes, they do.
It freshens them.
And this loop, well, we have two loops, but this loop we can carriage drive in too. So when we're up in the because we carriage drive in the outdoor arena, because it's bigger than our indoor, and then we'll come out and take a loop through here, which is nice. But so this too is always in some sort of transition. This is a little drum set that they can ride up and play. And we'll just maybe head up. We won't do a whole loop around. But both of these trails are great trails. We'll work on the half seat, in the arena, and then we'll come right out and go, this is why we want a half seat.
Yeah. They
They
find it much more natural to
Yes,
say,
exactly. So this becomes, I love both of these little hills, and our goal for many of our kids will be that they'll be able, we'll have people stationed at the corners, but they can do it all by themselves. So then we had the Girl Scouts here, or the Boy Scouts rather. Girl Scouts are coming, and they built this shape board, and where we do our, tossing and have fun with that. We've had turkeys in here during our turkey trot season that the horses always like to see.
Yeah.
We have to bring them out. But that's always a hard one, because then it's, what happens to the turkeys when they leave here? So we have that equation of turkey dinner.
Yeah.
Turkeys. People, don't want to put that together,
Right.
So, but we have a number of trails. I mean, you can certainly be out here for a good hour without repeating anything.
Yeah, it's a really nicely done piece.
So we have one. We have a little. This is our gnome village, and we have a peekaboo forest down there where there's all these little painted rocks that you're peekabooing, and we have our fairy garden over there, and the kids love to see what the fairies are up to, and there's hammocks and little picnic tables and so forth.
All right.